Let Lenny stop the train, kill Dutch in the very first mission, unlock a never before seen cutscene, and fight the wolves like a savage using only your knife. These are only 4 out of 40 new details that I've discovered in chapter 1 alone, by playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in a way that Rockstar Games didn't intend it to be played. Howdy partner, my name is Daniel, and in this video I'm gonna show you things that you probably didn't know you could do in the first chapter of Red Dead Redemption 2, alongside with some funny moments that you can accidentally create by breaking the game's script without using any mods. So get yourself something to eat and drink, and let's look at 40 interesting details that you might have missed in Red Dead Redemption 2. The very first time you take control of Arthur, you can actually dismount from a horse and explore the newfound camp. Now, that in itself isn't particularly interesting, but what is that you can go in Arthur's future room and loot the same items that will spawn later at the same spot. Why were the items left there in the first place, where no player will ever loot them at that point in time, is beyond my understanding. As well as the fact that you can find Davy's grave near the wagons, although we saw his body just seconds ago in the house. If you stay back and ignore the game's hint to move up to Micah, you can actually ask Dutch how he's doing.
You okay, Dutch?
Yeah, tired, but we all are. We'll find some food, go back, warm up, get some rest. Be like new men again.
This snow better stop soon. We'll never dig those wagons out.
I'm sure a lot of people, including myself, are always just moving up and completely ignore Dutch. Despite Dutch telling us to hide in that cattle shed, you can just lean next to it, which looks really funny considering the fact that the O'Driscolls shouldn't be able to see us. Arthur can get tired of Dutch's orders and just kill him. By the looks of it, it must have been the lamp that caused the explosion, although it wasn't lit on. Micah is going to remind you what to do if you forgot your current objective.
Run along, Arthur. Be a good little boy and check the barn. Like Dutch told you.
Then close the door behind him after you kill the O'Driscoll in the barn, which kind of breaks the immersion a bit, because why would the door be shut now? The game lies to you about the need to hitch the horse. In fact, if you don't do it and leave it standing there, the story still continues with a revelation that your horse is smart enough to hitch itself by itself while you are inside. Even though the situation seems urgent, you can still just wait outside and listen to some additional dialogue that you might have never heard before.
Get away from me!
Micah, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, Driscoll, bitch!
Don't touch me!
I got you now!
Get off me! Get the hell off me!
Don't you bite me!
Get away from me!
Hold still, damn it! Come here!
Oh, you goddamn bastard!
That waiting around will actually skip the smooth transition of Arthur entering the house and the sentence where Micah clarifies where he found Sadie.
Oh, look, I found in the cellar! Wild thing, ain't ya?
Leave her alone!
I never noticed that Javier gives you a good reason on why you shouldn't shoot while being in the same mountain with O'Driscolls.
What are you doing? There's O'Driscolls around!
Usually, if everything is going according to the script, Javier will give you some Kentucky bourbon to restore the stamina you lost while doing all the climbing before. Yet, if you're clever enough and restore your stamina before that moment, the game is going to acknowledge that and skip the cutscene. You can find an angle from where it's possible to see and shoot John. However, you won't be able to kill him because there's an invisible barrier stopping your bullets. Speaking of bullets, the game won't refill them before your encounter with the wolves. So if you manage to waste all of them, your only weapon will be the knife. Surprisingly, that can be enough to kill them. I used all of my consumables and managed to kill 2 wolves while the third one ran off. You have no idea how badass I felt in that moment, standing there equipped with only a knife. A real shame that nor Javier or John said anything about it. For this lack of respect, I reloaded this scene to see if Javier is able to deal with it on his own. Apparently not. As a bonus between missions, I decided to see what will happen if you leave the camp early, and the game had an answer. Or better said, an excuse. You simply can't, because apparently the weather is so harsh that it just kills your horse in a matter of seconds alongside of Arthur. Wasting all your arrows grants you a mission fail. All that talk about being sneaky can be ignored, and you can run and blast your way to the deer. Furthermore, you can observe the predetermined path that this specific deer is gonna follow forever. Notice how Charles is still trying to be quiet after all that running around. Speaking of Charles, if you kill the deer with a pistol instead of the bow, he's going to comment on it.
Hoped you'd use the bow, but you're a good shot.
It's easier when they ain't shooting back.
He also has an opinion on you shooting the bear.
That thing was huge.
Are you crazy? You're lucky it scared that easy. Come on, let's get back before it changes its mind.
Now, killing the bear on the other hand is probably impossible due to the fact that he's literally... After arriving at the camp, you can flex your prey to everyone. However, no one's going to react to it. Before skinning the deer, try the Joe Goldberg method and follow Uncle into the house where he will awkwardly get into his prescribed position. As a cherry on top, I was able to bring a second deer to life, albeit with, well, a few defects. O'Driscolls will one-shot you if you jump down too early. Afterwards, when you climb down a little, you can surprisingly dismiss Dutch's plan and attack the O'Driscolls ahead of time.
What the hell are you doing? God damn! All right, boys, kill these sons of bitches.
Once again, why listen to Dutch and loot the bodies when you can run straight into the ambush, forcing the O'Driscolls to show themselves? Normally, they would wait until you've looted a few of their friends before surprising you. Why not follow Micah to see how he reacts to finding the plan?
What have we got here? Perfect. Their plans.
And stares at it. Very intently. It's possible to spot and even kill Kieran from afar without triggering mission fail, up until you reach a specific trigger point. Did you know that Kieran is much tougher than he looks like? He proves that by taking a bullet or an arrow like a champ, without even complaining about the potential pain that it's causing. As it happens, the game will take into account that Kieran revealed his real name, and if you somehow manage to kill him after that, you'll get a mission fail screen where it specifically tells you that you killed Kieran, and not some no-name O'Driscoll like it will be if you will decide to kill him before learning his name. Pearson is so unbothered that he won't even care to ask who Arthur got on his back. Although, I guess you can't blame him. I mean, in all likelihood, he worries about his face right now, that oddly has turned almost entirely black. Seems like the Navy Ram really did a number on him.
Who is Leviticus Cornwall?
Like with Dutch in the first mission, you can accidentally reduce Bill's time on Earth.
How you getting on?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sure?
The cutscene of the train arriving will get extended by 2 shots, where Dutch overlooks the train tracks and Arthur arrives just in time on his horse, if you decide to trigger it while being on foot. On my and all of the other walkthroughs that I saw on YouTube, the cutscene always starts with the shot showing the train tracks. Lenny won't die if you leave him hanging, but he's going to be pissed off and you'll lose some honor. In addition, he will attempt to stop the train by himself if you're just gonna stand there and sniff your balls, boy.
I'm going up! We have to stop this train! God, get him off me!
Your help in getting the workers out of the train isn't required here.
We should set up camp in Horseshoe Overlook near Valentine.
Jose and Charles can hold the wagon forever while you examine the fine handwork of the wheel. You'll get mission fail even if you slightly change the route. That just shows how linear some of the missions can be, since the map clearly managed to find an alternative route for you. Javier wants you to slow down so that he will hop on your wagon, but you can ignore him and leave him standing there alone by the rock. Sad. As a final bonus, you can find Micah and Lenny chilling at a camp in the beginning of chapter 2. For some reason, I always thought that both of them disappeared after Dutch told them to scout ahead. Yet, as I read, it turns out that they managed to come back to camp and only got into troubles later, after Miss Grimshaw asked both of them to scout once again, which happens pretty early in the chapter. That's probably the reason why it might be easy to miss them. And that were 40 new details that I found in the first chapter of Red Dead Redemption 2. I hope you liked it and that I could at least surprise you once, because I definitely discovered something new for myself. Write in the comments what was the most fun or just interesting detail for you in chapter 1. I would love to continue making this kind of videos, but also with other games, so your support really matters here. Punch the like button, subscribe to my channel and share this video around. It will truly help me, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, I'll catch you later then.